Good morning everyone, welcome back to another travel episode. We are going on holiday today, but have a look at the horizon and look at this color, gray, and you know what, there's rain coming. Here comes the rain. 5 hours 46 minutes or 524 kilometers. So this is the route we will choose. We will go the inland route. We don't use the coast one. This one is a little bit shorter and faster. It's the direct way, so you're cutting off the drive to Brisbane here at the beginning. So we're going all the way Lake Wivenhoe up there, and then we go to Moore, which is about here somewhere, and we will recharge the car. There it is. We will recharge the car over there, but just for a couple of minutes, and then we go further up through Goomeri, Bunara, and to Banban Springs, and then we turn right. Then we go through Biggedon, Delarnil, and all the way up to Gingin, and then we turn right. But we will have a stopover in Bundaberg actually before to stock up. Yeah, we have to go shopping in Bundaberg first, and also I would like to try another charging spot over there, which is in Plugshare. I'm not sure if it works, but I will certainly try and take some photos when we are there and see if I can charge the car there. It will be interesting. Okay guys, let's pack up. Oh, I want to show you something else. This is our weather forecast for our holiday destination. Look at the rain prediction. 90%, 80%, 70, 30 on Tuesday, and we are driving back on Wednesday. So it might be we are not seeing any sun. We will not see any sun in our summer holiday. I can't believe it. The last time we hit exactly the couple of days where it rained in our holiday, and it looks like we are getting the same situation again now for our main summer holiday. This is supposed to be a warm, a beachy, a really nice sunny holiday, but when I have a look at the weather forecast, it looks like it's the opposite. Oh well, there's not much we can do. We have to go up now and see what the weather is like, and if not, I will have plenty of time to edit videos, for sure. So, and this time we are taking the 10 amp to 15 amp adapter with us, and I feel like I should take the 20 meter extension cable with me this time. The 10 meter cable I had last time in our holiday was just enough to reach from the cabin to the car actually. So I think 10 meters are a little bit short when you don't know what to expect. So I'll take the 20 meters this time, but I will leave the 10 meter in the car as well. So I've got 25 meters plus another 5 meters on the EVSE. It gives me... So charging has just finished on 6 amp. I explained this before in our other holiday. I usually charge only on 6 amp during holiday season, because you never know what kind of installation they have on site there. You don't know how old the installation is, and you don't want to overheat anything in the cabling or even cause a fire or something when you charge on 10 or even 15 amp over there. If they have a 15 amp power point, that's fine, that's super cool, but I probably don't need it. We are on holiday, we charge overnight, and if we need more we can recharge during the day, maybe on 10 amp or so, but then we are present and can actually monitor the whole situation there. But overnight unsupervised charging will be only 6 amp, very slow, because we've got plenty of time to charge the car. So I'll take the switchable EVSE with me, and the 10 to 15 amp adapter, a 10 meter cable, a 20 meter cable, and the Tesla adapter, just in case. I'm sure I will not use it, but I'll take it anyway. Okay, let's pack up and go. I think it just started raining. Summer holiday, here we come. So I utilized the space behind the driver's seat already, and we still got space over there for the cooling box, and another cooling box goes in there, and then we are pretty much ready to go. But wait, there's more. My wife's pillow, she always takes the pillow with her. That's a thing. So guys, first stopover in Goomeri. Now we just had coffee and amazing European style cake here. I just want to show you the trip so far. I'm not really amazed with the fuel consumption so far. 209 kilometers, and we have used a whopping 7.6 liters per 100 kilometers. I had the car on charge most of the time. It is a very mountain hilly area here, so lots of mountains up and down, so I had a lot of charge mode and lots of these little towns here, like here. So slower areas where you use the battery then, and then you put in charge mode again on the other areas. But yeah, this is not very impressive. 7.1 was never that high before, but you know, we'll see. We continue now to up north Bundaberg and see what we can do with the fuel consumption. The weather actually doesn't stack up. It's cloudy, a shower here and there, wet conditions on the road, which increases the fuel efficiency anyway. And well, it doesn't matter, it's holiday. My wife actually takes photos there. I had some pretty flowers in the garden bed, and she takes some photos then. Okay, let's continue our journey. In Bundaberg here, and I found this car charger. This is actually dedicated car charger here on plug share. So it's a 15 amp power point. I turned it on, got the cable in, connect to the EVSE, and it should just reach to the car. So let's see how it works and if it works. Moment. Oh yes, it's got power. Crank it up to 15. Let's see what it does. It's a bit hard to read. It's 1 kilowatt. I hope I don't blow the fuse there. It's a 15 amp, 3 kilowatts. We get 3 kilowatts, 14.2 amp. But only 216 volts. Of course, the voltage drop is of course insane. It's probably a long distance here to the actual transformer, wherever it's connected to. But at least we're getting 3 kilowatts of charging power. So it's good. Excellent. following Derek. He's our host for the next 5 days. They're living in this house here, and we've got the unit up here. So, wow, look at this view. Got 3 stories, apparently. Oh, and there's the dog. Hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy. Oh, this is our cabin?
Well, you know, you can choose. I mean,
Nellie's
that's
place.
That's Nellie's place.
Really?
So Nellie, yeah, Nellie, it's Nellie's house.
It's a villa.
Come on.
I said if I'm going to have a dog, I want a dog to have a decent house. Look, she's going to,
Look at your apartment here.
and that's
Wow.
That's been there since day one. We don't have anybody in since Sunday.
Right. So this is your the other unit
This
is.
is going to be the other unit. Yeah, but let's start.
Outside. Yeah, clean up garden. Oh, you're making a mess. Yeah. Let's put cables with me. Put everything with me. Just plug it in and use your own stuff then. Yep. Thanks, Derek. Very good. Thank you very much. So guys, we just arrived here at this amazing, beautiful place here near Agnes Water. This is where the ocean is supposed to be, just behind these trees over there. And look at this stunning view. Just amazing. Okay, I'll show you later. So Derek was so kind to offer me a PowerPoint in his garage here, where I can plug in the car. And we've got a PowerPoint right here on his workbench, where we can plug in. And I use my extension lead. I probably reverse the car here so I can leave the EVSE inside the garage just in case it rains, and then we've got no problem with any rain water or something. EVSE in the garage, reverse the car, plug it in, and we are done. Oh, wow. What a trip today, what a trip. That was 550 kilometers and it took us around 10 hours. Yeah, we started at 6 o'clock in the morning and arrived here at 4 p.m. So around 10 hours. Oh, well, it was not all driving. We had some breaks as well and went shopping in between and everything. So yeah, so at the first stop in Moore, I just wanted to have a look at the charging situation there because it was advertised as a car charger. It is this box at the power pole, and there are probably some 15 amp sockets in there where you can plug in. I'm not sure if this is a dedicated car charger actually. Someone put it on PlugShare because there's a plug. I mean, fair enough. If you are in need charge in Moore, that's the way to go. Yeah, and as you have seen, the conditions we drove in were not ideal for the PHEV at all. And this is probably why the consumption is so high. I mean, we had lots of showers and rain and wet roads, and as you know, these wet conditions, they are not ideal for a good fuel economy, so your fuel usage will go up, of course. And the elevation was insane. I could not really recharge the battery while driving for some reason. It's getting dark again already here. Yeah. And I had the car in charge mode most of the time because I thought this is the most economic way to drive the car. And I wanted to recharge the battery, of course, in between these towns. So recharge on higher speed and then use the battery on lower speed. But the elevation was insane. And I used all the battery energy basically to go up the hill and to maintain... Happening all the time now? Probably. I used a lot of energy actually to get up these hills at 100, 110, 120 kilometers per hour. You would say well, if you go down on the other side of the mountain, you should gain some energy back. Of course you do, but it's not that much. And I don't know, for some reason it just didn't work. And I watched the odometer in the car and I realized I had to drive about 60 kilometers on distance to gain 15 kilometers in the battery on EV range. As I said, I turned off the engine when we went through all the towns, the little towns, and I used up the battery in there, and then the battery was almost empty at the end of the town, and I pressed the charge mode again. I said there must be some energy going into the battery, but it just didn't work for some reason. I don't know. It can only be the elevation, because at home I don't have these problems at all. I just drive and the battery gets recharged. The elevation eats up all this energy you actually gain with the charge mode, so not ideal either. I realized a problem with the battery cooling. I'm not sure if this is a problem with the cooling, but for me it doesn't look right. As you know, the battery cooling kicks in at about 35 degrees battery temperature, and then the air conditioner and the fan kicks in and cools down the battery pack. What I've observed during the drive is that the cells in the back of the car, the modules in the back of the car, they're getting cooled down quite a lot, while the both in the front, they don't get much cooling at all for some reason. I'm not sure. You rattle the door. I'm not sure if this is just a problem in my car or if this is a general problem. As I have seen in the PHEV Watchdog showed me temperature differences between the coldest and the hottest cell of 18 degrees. So the hottest cell was 36, which is, or not cell, I'm always saying cell, it's the module, it's not the cell temperature the dog shows, it's the module temperature. So the hottest cell, the hottest module was 36, which is module number 2 in my car, always the hottest one. And the coldest one was number 5 and 6 in the back. And they were cooled down to 17, 18 degrees only, so only half of the temperature. And when you think of what we have spoken before with optimal temperatures for the battery pack, which is about 30 to 35 degrees, and you cool part of the battery pack down to only 17 or 18 degrees, which is not the optimal temperature. So these cells are actually losing capacity and they're not performing like the other cells. I thought about it while we were driving. I said, this cannot be good. If you have such a temperature difference in one battery pack across your cells, this can only mean that cell number 2, which is always the hottest, is degrading faster than the ones in the back, because they are kept cool. But they don't perform well because they are not in the sweet spot of the battery performance temperature. So, and then I thought about, well, and the next problem is, if the hottest cell is 36 degrees in module number 2, the temperature sensor is on the outside of the module. So if this measures 36 degrees Celsius already, how hot is the actual cell inside? And because we've got these huge blocks of battery cells they're using, these high volume cells in the PHEV, they will take a while to actually turn on the light. They will actually take quite a while to warm up, to cool down, because it's such a high volume, and the air can only cool the outside of the battery cell, but not the inside, of course. And it takes a while for the actual cold to get in and cool the core down of the module of the cell. So again, I'm not a big fan of air-cooled batteries because of that. It will be a different story if you have these normal round cells like in a Tesla, for example, because they have far less volume and the cooling, the air or the liquid can actually surround these cells a lot better and cool this pack down a lot better than an air-cooled battery with these big block batteries inside, with these big block cells inside. And I thought about all these things while we were driving, and I said, this is not good. This is a bad concept actually. You have these big blocks and you have only air cooling. If they would be in liquid, it would be a different story again. So I'm not sure. Let me know below what you think about this situation. I think the temperature difference is far too high on these long distances. I've never realized or experienced this before, that we have such a high difference. I mean, I've seen probably 22, 23 and then 35, 36. But it seems like it cannot cool down module number 1 and 2, which are at the front. And the fan and the air conditioner is at the front as well, but pushes the air to the back and cools down the back cells first, and then the air streams back in the case, in the battery case, back to the front cells and cools them down. But they're already warm. The air is already warm once it gets there. So I don't know. This seems to be like a bad thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if only a couple of these cells, mainly number 1 and 2, have degraded a lot faster over time than the other cells in the back. We will see. And I just want to show you the trip card here as well again. Here, have a look at this. So 550 kilometers around we've driven today. 138. Okay, I was a little bit fast at one stage. I don't know what's going on there. But have a look at this crazy elevation. That was 5.5 kilometers. Is that correct? Meters. Yeah, that must be 5.5 kilometers, right? Up and 5.6 kilometers down. That is insane. And that's what I mean when I say we had this massive elevation all the time. Well, what else is interesting here? The consumption. See, we have used 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers on this trip. I was never that high before. I usually have achieved 6.5 on longer trips, but 7.8 is totally crazy. And I guess this is coming from this elevation, from this massive elevation we had. And you can see we have actually recharged 74 ampere hours into the battery while driving. And interesting to see is that we have driven 128 kilometers on pure electric of the whole trip. Of this 550 kilometers here, we have driven only 128 on electric. The rest of the time the car was in charge mode. To get us up these mountains, crazy mountains. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this figure here, 7.8 liters. I really just hope this comes from the elevation and there's nothing else. Okay guys, what I will do is on our way back on next week, it's far away, I'm not thinking about it anyway, but on our way back I will drive the car in safe mode, as I usually do. So I'll do the same, I'll recharge the battery a little bit. I will use charge mode as well to charge the battery while driving, to use the energy in low speed areas. But once we get to 15, 16 kilometers or so, I press the save button and see if we can actually achieve a better result. Okay guys, so far yeah, it was very exhausting. We just had dinner now and enjoyed the view. You can see all the lights of Agnes Water and you can guess where the ocean is. We had actually a lot of wind tonight, so I'm hoping this wind blows the clouds away and we don't get too much rain tomorrow and Sunday, the rest of the week as well. Yeah, let's see. And also I have realized I have forgotten my hard drive at home with all my videos on it, which I wanted to edit. up here if it rains and I have time. So me, idiot, I have forgotten these hard drives. I copied everything on this hard drive this morning and then left them on my desk. Perfect. So I've got nothing to edit. Yeah, well, that's what it is. The accommodation here is amazing. This little unit here and the deck and the views are amazing. The whole location. Our host Derek. Yeah, Derek is amazing. Nelly is amazing. The whole situation here is very nice. So we have started relaxing already, so it's super good. It's super good. Okay guys, I wanted to keep this video short, but now I'm talking for 15 minutes already, so I need to... Okay guys, we see us tomorrow to hopefully sunshine, and then we figure out what to do. Okay guys, thank you very much for coming with us today on this long trip. This is Andy from Unplugged TV Australia. Signing off, finally. You stay charged. I need to plug in the car. Yes, you stay charged, and we will see us tomorrow for the next video. Okay guys, thank you very much. See you then.